Hi. Today we shall know the shell programming. Before you know shell programming, it is important to know that shell, what is shell and shell scripting. Shell programming is basically a interpreted command. If you execute the commands individually by typing like a command, then they will execute. Otherwise, if you make a script of those commands in one file, they'll also execute sequentially, and that is in order. Okay, right. So here shell program is, as I told you, it says interpreted, that means not to compile. So the before you go for the shell scripting, you should know some, there are some different types of shells in Linux, in Linux that we use in various operating systems. So now we how to know how which type of shells are present, shell scripts are present in our operating system. So that is by typing this command cat etc shells. This command will give you what type of commands, right, what type of shell scripts available in our operating system, that is Linux, right. So sh, as you can see here, sh is a basic shell program, right. So where what is bash, then born after shell, that's as is, it is relative to that. Shell program is basic and bash is born after shell. Okay, so bash, we are going to learn the bash shell programming right now. Okay, right. So before you go for programming, you should know which bash, where the bash is located. So to know that, you just type which bash, like which bash. So you note this thing, b slash bin slash bash. So this thing you are going to use this in our shell script before you write the scripting, right. Okay, then now I'll so now let us go to, now I am in a root file. Now I move on to desktop, that is cd desktop. You put a capital D, desktop slash. So now we are on desktop. Now I create a file. How to create a file? Create a file in touch mode, TOCUCH. Suppose I am creating a file hello .sh is necessary we are creating shell scripts. Since you are creating shell scripts, use .sh. So now the file is created, you can see it here, hello.sh. Now, so if we see the permissions, how to see the permissions of files, ls list all permissions, see the for the file hello.sh, the permissions are rw, only rw and r. Okay, now out you have to change the permissions because you are going to execute it. So there are three ways. One is file permissions are read, write and executable, and and the permissions are also for the super user, group user and guest users. For read permission, say the code is 1, the write permission 2, similarly execute permission is 4. You add these things to give the permission to the proper users such as super, group and as well as guest. Okay, suppose now I am going to give the permission for the super user say like where the command is chmod for the super user 4 plus 2 plus 1 is 7. For the group user 2 plus 1 write and read permission plus that is 3, and the other user just read. Okay, now mention the file which you want to write. hello.sh. Document there should be no spaces in between. Okay, so now you can check the permission. How to check? Just type ls minus a all. Okay, it will display all the files permissions. So now you can check our file permission is changed, right? So because we are going to execute this, we need to change permission, then we continue to write the program, right? Now I just write the 2 codes of our shell script. Just ash exclamatory symbol and /bin/bash. So what does this mean? As I told you, we should give the link which bash we are using. So as I told you, you just note this to know which bash we are using. This is the link of the bash which we are using. So you give the code here, that after ash and the exclamatory symbol. Right. Now this will give you the link to execute the bash codes here, right? Okay, just we are using hello world, hello.sh. So just type echo double quotes and hello world. Just only 2 lines. This is a 2-line script which shows the output, right? After creating this, just double click on this, it will open, then save it. Now after typing this is set of script codes, now you can go for to run the code. Now how to run this? Right. Just use /hello, the file which you have created, .sh, then you'll get the output. So this output is the permission is given for execution using chmod. That is chmod is the file, give the file permission, change the file permission. Suppose I have given write chmod for the same file. If I have given 2 1 1 for the file hello.sh. So now you can see the file now the execute permission is taken out, right? Now let's see how it will do. Okay, with one is execute permission. Right. What I have given 2 1 1. 2 is write permission, 1 is execute permission, right? And 4 is read permission. That replaces. This is execute permission, right? Execute. Just a reverse process. 2 is write always there, and this is read permission. Right. And read permission is already there. Write is remain 2 itself, right? Now I have changed the permissions. You can check it here. Now if I execute the same file now, so it's showing permission denied. So I have to change it now. Now I use the chmod of which file. Now I give the permission 1. I will give all the permission 7. Okay. Give the read and write. 1 plus 2 is 3, right? Execute or only read permission, that is 4, right? For hello.sh, sorry, chmod only chmod, right? Just sorry, just no, the E is not there. Right, now you can see the ls command, the read and write permission is given to all the permission, write and read permission, right? Now after changing it, now I'm going to execute it. Now it's showing the output. That's it. That's how you change the permissions of file as well as, and before you note down these points, you have to change the permissions before after you scripting it. You have to make arrangements before you go for execution of this shell scripting. So in the next class we'll we'll see execute some other type of shell scripting. Well, and thank you.